John,
Go ahead.
I've got some new beef. All right.
You've got some new beef.
I've got some new beef.
Go ahead.
Not the beef that we put on our scales from stamps.com. Use Go Genius.
Right.
I'm talking about the beef with this video that has resurfaced from this guy named TechLead. All right. And normally I don't react to videos or comment on this stuff, but Travis MCP did an amazing video. And 2 days ago, basically the day Travis made his video, the dude made another video. And that one's longer. I don't want to play it. I mean, we might jump into it for like a second.
So
but like,
real quick,
there's this
who is
video.
this guy?
Oh yeah. So there's this guy named
I feel like I'm
TechLead,
not caught up with all this.
He made a video called "The Problem with Tech YouTubers."
Okay.
So that's you and me, you know.
Yeah, we are that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So he makes some interesting points in this video, and I don't want to give you my opinion yet, but considering that I said beef, I'm not exactly talking about something fun. So I want to get your reaction. I thought it'd be fun to watch this.
So
on the
then
pod.
Travis responded to this video or made a reaction, and then conveniently he has made
2 days
another
later,
video.
he made it. Yes, but he hasn't replied to any of like the criticism or the feedback or anything else.
Okay.
So without further ado,
do you think he did it on purpose? Like this, he put out another video a couple days later. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Here's Tech
okay. So we're
Lead
gonna
on
try
the
to watch it
problem
here on the podcast
with tech YouTubers. Yeah, this is our first time doing a reaction, so we'll see how it goes.
Recently, I've come to the realization that I have a problem with tech YouTubers. In short, I believe that they promote this idea of consumption. When you take a step back and see what we have here, it's really just Home Shopping Network 2.0.
Okay, so thoughts on this so far?
I see the angle he's gonna start taking.
Yeah.
Mm,
I disagree.
Yeah, I see what he's insinuating though. I see what he's insinuating. And I know this is going to be a very surface level video of just like nonsense.
Yeah.
So is he real quick? Is he insinuating that it's like we're just reviewing products or posting about products that we're paid to promote, or
he gets into that a little bit later.
Okay.
Let's keep watching. He has some fun zingers in here.
And they would demonstrate these products, gadgets, and explain these products to you, try to sell them to you. It's really the exact same thing. Sure, maybe the hosts now are a little bit cooler, a little bit hipper, and you've got these people that are even going to the extremes of using expensive red cameras, all to what? To really just glorify some phone, some gadget, some computer, a laptop, and really to get you to want to consume some product. If you think about it, our modern society's obsession with phones is really a cause of these promoters.
Bruh, what? He just said that the reason that people love smartphones is because of tech YouTubers.
That's the only reason. We did it.
What? Like,
it's Steve Jobs can thank us, okay?
Dude.
Okay,
like,
I have a real question.
Okay.
What the hell does this guy do? Like, other than this, what is his like niche?
So some context on TechLead is his YouTube breakout video was he divorced his wife, and he said it was because that they were both too successful and that ruined their marriage. It's also weird that like to this day, so this happened 2 to 3 years ago, he will still clickbait his ex-wife in his videos. A bit odd, if you ask me. Like I get breakups are hard. Listen, I feel like I'm still in the midst of one some days, but like, you know, I don't know, 3 years later and you're still using
they divorced
your ex
because
for
they were both too successful.
That's what he says.
Okay. All right.
And he also is a millionaire, and he's very proud of the fact that he's a millionaire, but he's proud of the fact that he's a millionaire who doesn't spend any of his money. So that's why he finds consumerism crazy, because he doesn't spend any of his money. And because that's what he chooses, he believes that anyone spending money on things that they like is too much.
Okay.
That's essentially what, so he continues going on here after saying that tech YouTubers are the reason that people like smartphones, rather than YouTube wasn't really out when the iPhone was around. And like, you know, it was a very clearly YouTubers were a result.
We did it.
You're right.
It had nothing to do with Steve and how great the iPhone was. It was us.
And gadgets from Samsung, Asus, iPhone, Android, Google, and all of these other manufacturers. And this whole industry is fueled and propelled by these big brands, which are really just promoting these people, pouring tons of funds into it in order to get these people to talk about their products. When you compare that to, say, the washing machine industry, the dryer industry, the hair blower industry.
The hair
Why
blower.
don't people get all hyped up and excited about washing machines?
Bruh.
Maybe because a washing machine is not a connection to the internet and other people. So people are excited about smartphones because we make videos about smartphones, of course. But washing machines we don't talk about, so they aren't very popular. Other than the fact that they're in everybody's home.
Should you do a front page tech review of the newest LG washing machine?
Yeah, I've never done a review before. But I think my debut review video is going to be about washing machines. I just feel like that industry needs a lot of help. And so I'm going to kickstart this movement of talking about washing machines. You got to do it too. If it's a movement, if it's a revolution, right? It's more than me.
Well, we should think of it this way. Like, if we control the narrative of what people decide they want, we should start posting about like microphone gear, and that should just be our main thing. We should just switch our niche entirely and just be like, Shure SM7B, dude.
Yeah,
you got, everybody needs one. You guys got to get this. Sponsored by Shure. Millions of dollars from Shure.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. It's just an annoying perspective. Like, it kind of comes across as like he missed out.
I can't even figure out in my head how he came up with this narrative. Like, I don't know. No. And you can, the troubling part, Sam, is that you can tell, like, looking at his face, his eyes, he believes this. Like, he actually thinks this is true. What?
Yeah. Oh, also more context. He's like an ex-software engineer. So he worked for Google and like YouTube and stuff. And like, he's super successful. He's a really talented like coder, but he has a lot of really well, we'll keep going.
Okay.
Why do people get excited about laptops and phones and gadgets? Well, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's really just because of these influencers who are just promoting and spamming these.
Okay, I have to pause it again. Like, this is like saying you like action movies, and the only reason you like action movies is because there is an ad for it. Not just like, oh, I've tested out all these different things in my life, and I like action movies the best. Like, thrillers don't do it for me, but action movies are where I get my rocks off. Like, okay.
Dude,
I don't understand.
So
like,
how long is this video?
It's like 6 minutes. We'll skip ahead a bit because he basically just keeps repeating the same points.
So this is, real quick, this is the original video? This is the
original.
Okay, so there's more. There's more gold to come. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead. Every single phone gadget.
You know, the second, we'll hop into the second one because it's also annoying.
And device out there. I think this is a group of people. They're not really software engineer people. They're not even tech enthusiasts. They're more like tech consumers. People who get a thrill out of pure consumption because, I don't know, maybe because that's just...
First of all, I love how this guy looks like he lives in a treehouse. Like,
yeah,
that's what it looks like. He's up in a tree somewhere saying this shit.
Wait. I have to hear this part. What did he?
Not really software engineer.
We're not really software engineer people, so we're not allowed to get excited about technology.
Exactly. What were you thinking, Sam?
I'm sorry, John.
You talk about iOS on your videos all the time. How dare you? You don't even know, man.
Sorry.
You don't even know.
Coding, so I don't want TechLead to be mad at me.
You don't even know.
Well, they're not even tech enthusiasts. They're more like tech consumers.
Yeah. I would hope that we're consumers because that's how we actually connect with our audiences, because we're not disconnected like a software engineer.
Yeah.
In a tree house. Know our audience in a tree.
Out of pure consumption because, I don't know, maybe because that's just the way they were raised and thinking that an item is going to bring them some type of happiness when in reality, you know the saying, you don't own an item, the item owns you. And so who
says that?
Have you ever heard that?
You know the saying that you've never
Bro, he's like deep into the minimalistic stuff. He's like, yeah, I've been reading the books, you know, that the one-liner opening is like,
you know what they say, Sam, the washing machine owns you. All right. You think you're cleaning the clothes? No.
Dude, he just keeps going. I think his endpoints focus on the main disagreement that I have, which he makes this argument. I think it's around here.
I realized that everything out here is a brand advertisement and infomercial. You take a look at the biggest YouTubers out there, right? Maybe MKBHD or Unbox Therapy. These people have 10 million subscribers, and I'm not saying that their content's trash. In fact, it's probably pretty good. It's great. But at the same time, it's totally promoting consumerism, and it's really just Home Shopping Network 2.0.
So yeah, he circles back to the same point he made in the first minute, but he doesn't have any evidence to back that up other than like everything is an ad. Like, that's his main argument. But that doesn't make any sense, because what would make tech YouTube different? If your argument is consumerism is bad and consumerism should not exist, why are you making this video? We're
Yeah.
consuming your content. You're obviously making money from this video. And I've got a real nugget for the second video. He gets a bit hypocritical.
Well, this in fact, a lot of the stuff that Marquez shows, or like Marquez or MKBHD, two different people. A lot of stuff that Marquez or Lou shows is like stuff that is crazy, like that you wouldn't be able to buy. Either it's limited, it's like super limited and sent by a company, or stuff that's crazy expensive. And it's like, a lot of the videos are because you can't buy it or wouldn't buy it, and that's part of the appeal too, is like showing you stuff that you normally wouldn't have access to, and or stuff that you don't want to buy. Like, I watch a bunch of Android videos, from Marquez or whatever, and it's not like I'm going to buy that stuff. It's not convincing me. It's not like, oh, I'm going to buy that phone next. Speaking of, dude, after we finish this, I have something to show you. Okay.
Ooh,
Speaking of Android, I have something to show you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ose. So this
Ose.
guy, first video. So this was.
I don't know why that fucked me up so bad. That was really.
Ose. That's gonna be our new way we say okay on this podcast.
Ose.
So this guy, he posted a video, and like, did I leave a comment on here? Yeah,
you did.
I did, because I was angry.
Where is it?
I was
Can
just
you
like,
show
came
us
here
the
for
comment?
Travis's video. Yeah, I think you're missing the fact that that tech has some intrinsic value. Like that, he's arguing that tech cannot be interesting as a standalone thing in a vacuum. If there was no YouTube, if there was no internet, that you couldn't touch. Like, that's like cavemen with fire. Like, that was interesting, and there was no YouTube, and that was new tech at the time. Like, weird argument. But anyway, I was just like, yeah, I mean, like, look in the fashion gaming community. I'm not saying that I'm like the biggest fan of consumerism, and that's something I think about in my videos. Is I'm like, yeah, I know I am promoting people to buy things. Like, that's something that I consciously think about. But I'm also like, people have the choice to do what they want with their money.
Right.
And I fucking love tech. So I'm going to talk about it.
Right.
Like, regardless if it's promoting consumerism, I'm sharing my perspective, and I love tech. So I'm not going to.
Why? I don't understand. Like, all of this stuff they're just tools. I don't understand. Would he say the same thing about a hammer?
Who knows?
Like, a lot of these, they solve problems in your life, and yeah, it brings me joy. God damn it!
So he's back.
Now I feel like this is personal.
2 days ago, he hops in with my problem with YouTubers in general.
Hey, come here. I've got something really interesting I have to tell you. Just watch this video.
He listened to your SM7B.
You just have to.
Ad.
Okay, look. This is getting out of hand. All of this clickbait on YouTube.
Is this asshole drinking hot tea? Is he over here drinking hot tea on his video?
He says it's out of control with the clickbait on YouTube. The video is titled "My Problem with YouTubers." Just wait. Just wait.
The fucking steam coming from his pretentious hot tea.
This one is actually significantly worse than the first.
YouTube browsing experience. Have you learned anything valuable yet? No? How long has it been? A few months or years, even that you've been watching YouTube content? How much more time do you need until you've actually learned anything of substantial value or minimal value? Okay, wait. Let's just...
There's his obsession with minimalism again.
What?
Even though his room's like dirty as hell. I don't know what he's talking about.
Dude, when he that first video, I don't agree with it, but I understand what narrative he's taking. I haven't figured this one out. I don't know what he's saying. I don't actually know.
And allow me to introduce myself formally. For those of you who may not know who I am an ex-Google, ex-Facebook, multimillionaire ex-husband. For those
Bruh, you see what I'm saying? It's been 3 years and he's still single.
What?
That's literally a meme on his channel. But
he's just an ex everything.
Like, he doesn't smile when he says it, so I don't think it's a joke. Like, I think in his head he's like, this is my identity. I am an ex-husband. Like, which is, again, I could get, dude, breakups are hard, but like,
congratulations,
I'll be honest,
you're an ex-everything. That's promising. What?
Yeah.
Ladies out there, TechLead. And I used to work on the YouTube app, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was the tech lead over there. And part of my job was ensuring that everybody had a great experience over there. And now I'm kind of just working on the content side here. You can say my other channel has well over 1 million subscribers. So if you'll excuse me, I like to think that I know what I'm talking about. No thanks to you. So here's the problem. Most of the people you see on
no thanks to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no
bud.
thanks to you, Sam.
Not like John and I have over 600,000 subscribers between us or anything.
YouTube are
thanks to us.
total idiots. Okay.
Oh, let's hear that one more time.
People you see on YouTube are total idiots.
Okay.
Including
and
you,
I'm not
especially
talking
you.
about myself. I mean,
he literally clarifies. He goes, "I'm not talking about myself." Did you hear that? Listen to this.
To you. So here's the problem. Most of the people you see on YouTube are total idiots. Okay. And I'm not talking about myself.
Of course not. Like, dude, this is why he doesn't have a wife. This is why.
I don't think he's joking. Like, I know there's like dark satirical comedy, but like I'm usually pretty good at sarcasm, and I don't know. I don't think it's sarcasm.
It's definitely not. He means all of this.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the creator, the influencer is this college dropout of a kid who's never worked any serious job or has no insight, no wisdom, no experience, no skills, no nothing, has accomplished zero in his lifetime or her lifetime. And you know these kids, if they're...
So he just said that most YouTubers are college dropout kids.
Okay.
All right.
But
we'll roll with that one, sure.
What good does your college degree have if you're an ex-everything? You're doing nothing with it.
Because he's a software engineer, John.
Yeah,
he made
course.
YouTube. He invented YouTube, so that gives him credibility to know everything about it. Like, it hasn't changed since he was there.
They were to come off the streets, out of their homeless shelters.
What is he showing
waving
right
their
now?
hands at you, telling you, hey.
What is
so
this
he's
man?
Just got this guy who I guess I was confused by this because he just cuts to it with no context. No, this is just his problem with YouTubers in general.
I know, but why is he's not showing any of those? He's not showing one of us. He's showing this like caveman from the street. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I think he picked like what's like the worst way to make people. He's showing somebody who's like trying to like grab attention or like doing a gaffe to like.
Okay.
You know, he. I think he's making a point that's like, oh, YouTubers are clueless. Look, they walk around like cavemen outside with a big mic. Like again, it doesn't hold up, but that's what he's saying.
Kids, if they were to come off the streets, out of their homeless shelters, waving their hands at you, telling
and everyone's homeless. Shout out.
Everyone's homeless.
Let's make fun of the homeless population while we're
Shout out to the homeless homies.
Interesting to tell you. It's so interesting. You've got to watch this. It's so interesting. You wouldn't even give them the time of day. Maybe they just look kind of good or they're charismatic in some way. Maybe they made a stupid joke sometime, or maybe they got fired from Facebook like I did. And then suddenly they began becoming this full-time content
all
creator.
His videos, what I learned, I got fired from this. I got fired from this. My wife fired me from life. Everything is bad.
My wife fired me from life.
For months or years, and they still have more to say. I mean, how much more can somebody have to say? They should have run out of content after day one, really, and yet they're still out here trying to fabricate content out of thin air, trying to make their life interesting by doing stupid, ridiculous things that they would never do to promote mass consumerism or to promote some idea or philosophy. Maybe they don't even believe in so much themselves, like minimalism. I mean, come on, let's face it. Most of these kids are just broke. They couldn't afford a car or house, even if they wanted to. And so then they justify this as minimalism. Whereas...
That's rough. All right. You minimalism people.
Who hurt him? Like,
I know. Dude, next time I see somebody post on Twitter about minimalism, I'm just going to be like, oh, you're poor. That's
like,
the only problem. Fucking Mike.
Some kid has rubbed him the wrong way apparently, because he apparently does not like.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like no one is rubbing him and no one has rubbed him in a very long time, and this is how it feels. His wife left a while ago.
Just mad. Like, just call the dude out that's being mean to you or something. Like,
what's happening?
If you take a look at the real deal, someone such as myself,
he's the real deal, Sam. He is it. That is it. He's the real deal. No one else. Just
I can
him.
afford these things, and yet I don't go after it. And that is what true minimalism is about. These other people don't know what they're talking about. They cannot.
So I am greater than thee because I am a multimillionaire and I don't spend what I worked for. Like, again, that's fair. Like, you don't have to spend your money on stuff. If you want to just hoard all your money, that's fine.
Oh.
Like, you're allowed to do that. If John decided not to move out, if John moved out of his house into a trailer, or left and sold his car. It's like,
speaking of, that's
what
I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about moving into a trailer. Okay.
Yeah, you have got an extra room because I can't afford a car.
Me and you. It'll be like
it'll
be like our YouTube house, YouTube trailer. No one's done that before. The
just
content
like a
trailer,
home park. Jesus,
the
dude,
content trailer.
This is the future that TechLead wants. He wants everybody to be in trailers.
Oh.
A poor person trying to tell me that they don't need money. The message is much more powerful when it's a rich person giving away all of their money. Let's talk about this other thing, 10-minute videos. Why does every video have to be spread out to 8 minutes, 10 minutes?
His video is 10 minutes and 23 minutes long.
That's
10
what I
minutes
wanted
and
to
23
look at.
seconds long.
It's 10 minutes, 23 seconds.
Which, by the way, John, do we want to enlighten the audience why? And it's actually 8 minutes now, TechLead, but you can put more ads in those videos.
Yeah, and I love how
so we make more money for the same job. Who wouldn't take that bet?
So a lot of people I still get comments like that. Oh, look, like you're forcing the video to be 10 minutes, or like you just had to stretch it out to 10 minutes. Actually, no, it only has to be 8 minutes now. Thank you very much.
So hop off, TechLead, hop off.
Waste your time to increase your retention, to keep you sticked on the video such that they can make their advertising money. And let me just say this, in the age of social media, the current age that we live in, your attention and time must be protected at all costs because it is the currency of our era.
Yeah.
There's simply not enough time in the day anymore to do anything. Most people are just glued to their phones, their social media apps, watching Instagram content, YouTube.
Would you agree that social media is addictive?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, obviously not like in a drug. I feel like it's so easy to be like, everything is addictive, and it discounts the experience of like people who are actually like addicted to substances, and like, dude, Twitter is not the same as this hard drug that I struggle with. Like,
but I mean, it is addictive.
It's similar. Yeah. It's got similar, like the way your brain responds to it could be similar. And
yeah,
that's a good point. Like that. I agree with TechLead here.
Content, TikTok, Snapchats, LinkedIn, Twitter, Clubhouse, and there's just not enough time to do anything anymore because everybody is trying to get a piece of your time. You don't have time left for yourself even. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this. Is this a total waste of time for you? Well, no, this video is not, but the other videos probably are.
Of course not.
Like, dude, what is this God complex where it's like, I am the only one that knows. I am the only one. Like, what? No YouTubers ever like, you only have to watch me. It's just like, no, just enjoy everybody's content. Like, I don't know. Cause like John and I technically compete, right? Like we're competitors, but it's like, we could either compete and not like each other or just be
which
friends
we did
that
for a long
support
time.
each other,
I did not
which
like
we
you.
did. And who's experienced more success? I feel like we've both had more success since we've just started like loving each other and like accepting each other and like, I don't know, not doing this where it's like we're being elitist as, well, my content's better. It's like, no,
and this is what he's saying
content
out loud. Imagine like just how miserable he is just by himself.
Dude.
Just, ugh.
He sees somebody with a Gucci bag and he's like, oh, they're covering up all their issues. Like, maybe they just wanted the bag. Maybe they just wanted the bag, bro. Like, so, yeah. Have I bought things because I've been down before in my life? Yeah. But that's not why I don't buy Apple products because I'm down.
Yeah.
I buy it because I'm addicted.
Next time you post like a new a video for the new Apple products, I'll be like, oh, Sam's sad again. I'll text him.
God, I can't believe this is a 10-minute video, dude.
Tech YouTubers, gadget reviews. How often
wait,
is
here we go.
probably a waste of time for you?
YouTubers now.
Well, no, this video is not, but the other videos probably are. For those of you who watch tech YouTubers, gadget reviews, how often do you walk into a Best Buy yourself and go ask the sales clerk for all of the specs about the latest Samsung phone? Well, if you don't do it in real life, then why would you do it in your digital online life just to procrastinate and waste time from the actual work that you may need?
You wouldn't do research before you bought a washing machine. So why would you ever go ask questions if you already know the answers?
People don't ask those. People don't ask Best Buy employees for specs because they usually have already done the research themselves, or it's a consumer that wouldn't watch YouTube videos. The people that aren't, I feel like the people that aren't looking that stuff up and doing the research are the people that don't care about specs, and so they're definitely not going to ask. You're not going to walk into Best Buy and be like, "Hey, what are the specs of this notebook? This what? Remember the old netbooks from back in the day?" The tiny netbooks. Like how many gigawatts of RAM?
Well, how many programmer YouTubers out there have actually even worked in the industry, much less at FANG companies? Most of these people are regurgitating tutorial hell videos for you just to keep you in this endless cycle, so you keep feeling like you don't know enough. Maybe you should just get out there and start working on a project instead of learning languages over and over again. These people don't know how to teach. Only I know how to teach because I've actually worked at Google and Facebook. As I mentioned, I am an ex-Google,
only he knows. Again with the only I stuff.
You notice how he mentioned his qualifications again?
Yeah.
Like this appeal to like it's such a like stupid appeal to credibility, because it's like if you hear that, your brain shuts off and says, "Oh, this guy knows what he's talking about." Like it's, I don't know, it's a little messed up that he keeps saying that to reinforce that he's the authority on this issue. Yet he's being like, don't let people keep you in an endless loop, even though he's literally looping your brain by appealing to your
just look at his face. Just look at this asshole.
Like it's just.
Oh, look at that one on the right side. One of his latest videos: why Bill Gates' wife left him as a billionaire.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, who the fuck are you to talk about this guy's marriage? Like, first
a guy
of all,
who
that's
also
probably
got
tough. Like, and I guarantee his argument is going to be, he was too successful. He was too much of a god. Like, I haven't watched it, but maybe we'll look at that in the future. But I'm just also like, dude, like this guy, I don't know. I'm also always very like, Kim and Kanye divorce, like say what you will, but I'm like, if they love each other, hate each other, divorce is hard. And it is not my position to speak on somebody else's marriage and their issues when we have no idea what they went through. Like,
right.
You know, I'm not going to speak on your marriage, dude. I've literally said 4 times, like, I'm sure it was hard because I bet it was, but damn. How much more of this video is going? It's just getting worse and worse.
You're into productivity. What if the true answer on how to really be productive was to just be really simple about this and to get a good night's sleep and go get your work done?
Be a minimalist,
Do you think
John?
anybody would tell you this, or would they be out there trying to hustle you the latest wares and apps on sleep trackers, note-taking apps, calendar?
Okay, I'm bored.
Fine.
We got to skip.
Or maybe you're into finance, stocks, money, so you turn on YouTube to find your next get-rich-quick scheme because that's the only thing that becomes viral on YouTube.
Oh yeah, in this part, he just talks about like crypto and how there's a lot of scams there. That's very true.
Okay, what's that have to do with YouTubers?
Yeah, he's being like, yeah, there's some people on YouTube that abuse it, and I'm like, yeah, that's how any system works, and it sucks that there's bad actors, but like, let's call it the bad actors rather than, I don't know.
What?
Like, I don't think there's a systematic YouTube problem that like we need to address.
Also, he obviously, like, you know, Travis was responding to his video, reacted to it, and you know he's probably getting a little bit traction on that last video, and so he knows he's just making another one. He's just doing it to be controversial,
dude. Literally,
which
like
means
the
he's
day
feeding
after
into all this
Travis's.
stuff. He's just like every YouTuber ever.
It's so annoying.
And so naturally, most of the content you're going to be exposed to out here is going to be biased towards stuff that is going to promote you feeling like you're not enough because people want you to buy stuff. We're going to see over-glorification of productivity culture, where you're going to always need.
Do you do that with your videos? I know when I like sit down to record, I hit record and then I always have to pause because I said, all right, so I want to hit them hard to feel bad so that they buy more Apple products because I get a check from Apple every month. So like, you know, rather than just like showing you how good something can be, I'ma just be a dick. I'm just gonna be a dick.
He's acting like everyone's still in high school. Like why or bullying people or making them feel bad because they're not buying the latest something? What?
It is as if this is a disadvantaged population that we are making videos for that has no ability to think or differentiate for themselves. Now, listen, if he's talking about kids YouTube and what happens there, that's a whole different thing. If he's talking about elderly people that get confused on YouTube, that's a whole different thing. I would agree with a lot of these arguments, but to assume that the average YouTube viewer is unable to see BS, I would disagree. I think that most people are pretty adept at when someone is just totally selling you something. Like, they're pretty good, especially in the tech community. People are like highly like, is this sponsored? Did you just sponsored? Like all the times we even say on the podcast, we talked about D-brand and we like made it very clear. We're like, we're not sponsored because we're like scared that somebody would be like, oh, you're taking that D-brand money, which I still haven't gotten, by the way, D-brand. Still waiting on my deposit. Anyway.
Don't advertise VPNs on any of my channels.
Oh, this is a personal attack.
Yeah, hold on.
Of protecting you. How would you know if an influencer is pushing you to download some scam malware VPN that's going to take over all of your privacy?
Because you trust them. That's how.
and they lose their credibility. If VPN, a brand that John and I work with directly every month, was bad, John and I would look bad. But they're not bad. They're a trusted brand.
Oh God!
And that's why we like.
This is so bad.
I know.
He just took a personal attack now.
I know. It's just like, yes, are there some scam VPNs? Yes, that's why we don't promote those. Like, I don't understand. He's just saying that people can't think and see through anything, and that's just not true. Like,
and that's one reason I don't advertise VPNs on any of my channels. But the same really goes for crypto pump and dumps as well. Like they could be on a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. And so when you think about these, something.
What? Can you read that quote for us, John?
It's difficult to get a man to understand something when his job depends on not understanding it. What?
From the famous mouth of Upton Sinclair. Do you know who Upton Sinclair is?
Oh, yeah. I had lunch with him last week. Upton.
Oh, yeah. That's my dad. Forgot. What is...
It is difficult to get a man to understand something when his job depends on not understanding it. What?
Dude, he's just he's all over the place in this video. He's like, you got to be a minimalist. You got to be a millionaire. Kids suck.
Got to be divorced.
You're probably homeless and poor. Better get divorced. Bill Gates' wife is cheated on him or something. I don't know. Like,
what?
It depends on his not understanding it. And so when you think about these YouTubers out there who have made their full-time jobs to create the content and to keep this content farm going, when in reality they know that, maybe their content is just total trash. And it's like, these people really have nothing to say. Like their words they've got no insight. And they're out there telling you, hey, I've got something really interesting I got to tell you. You've got to listen to me. I've got something, it's so interesting, so cool. I read this article. Let me tell you about this article I read. Maybe they should just send you the article as a link and you can go read it yourself, right? Maybe that would be faster instead of them trying to drag on an article to 10 minutes in order to collect their views and clickbait you into this stuff. Maybe this whole YouTube thing is a total waste of your time.
As you watch my YouTube video.
Like, I just don't understand because every argument backfires based on him. Like,
he's also he's shitting on the viewers as well because they're not just watching it because the videos exist. We're making videos based on the demand. That's how life works. That's how consumerism works.
Yeah.
That's how all of this works. Why?
There's demand.
Oh.
I don't know. He's just making an argument about the 1% of bad actors. It's like, yeah, they're bad. Like everything he said, I'm like, yeah, I've seen that on YouTube before. But it's not like that's the prevailing medium, that YouTube is like this ball of toxicity that's just like horrible for everyone. It's like I watch 10 to 30 times the amount of YouTube that I watch of Netflix or something else, because to me and the content I like, it's more authentic.
Yeah.
I like watching other humans that aren't in a big budget movie film because I enjoy the fact that it's like real. It's like, oh, this is a real dude.
If I only have one choice of like all the forms of media, I would pick YouTube because there's so many things that I want on there. The personalized videos are way better. It's more authentic, like you said, and also like long form content's there too. Like if I really like podcasts, they're my favorite, and it's on YouTube as well, especially this one, Genius Bar. You should subscribe.
Sometimes the best thing you can do, I find, is to just go out and pay for advice. If you want to learn something, maybe.
Okay, so John, I've been holding this in the pocket. I got a pocket aces for you right now.
Okay, go ahead, hit me.
Just listen to this last part.
Sometimes the best thing you can do, I find, is to just go out and pay for advice. If you want to learn something, maybe just go buy a book about it or book a course or session with somebody and get all of your questions answered. And maybe you have to spend 10, 20, 50, $100, whatever it is. And within that short amount of time, you'll get all of your questions answered and will save yourself so much time. Have you ever tried learning about taxes from the internet? You may be browsing for hours or even days, and then you give your accountant a call and they'll answer the question in 10 minutes, give you all the advice and information you need to know, all the pitfalls. That's what most of YouTube content feels like to me, just marginally informational, mostly clickbait, empty calories that you're consuming. And anyways, I'm just going to stop myself here.
Dude.
Did you comment on this one?
You want to see this pinned comment?
Oh my God.
Oh,
did we just watch a 10-minute ad?
Oh,
God damn it.
So his closing thought was, YouTube is a problem because it's too consumeristic, and sometimes people are making fake claims and they're trying to get your attention for no reason. And he links his own page. Let me switch the cam that I'm sharing. So I can't make this up. This dude unironically
is it up?
YouTube Backstage.
25% off stay home sale event. What is YouTube Backstage? Are we promoting his shit?
Oh, well, John, when you join now, go here.
Get a free episode.
You want to see how much this costs for his YouTube success? Yeah, you can type in any address at Verizon.net. Oh, John, it's only $400.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
wait. I have a question. What the fuck is this even about? What does YouTube Backstage teach you? How to get
John,
divorced?
It's him teaching you how to really do YouTube.
Oh,
it's his class.
Fundamentals of
it's
YouTube,
his Jake
gear
Paul
and equipment,
YouTube class.
Editing videos, growth strategies, business and monetization.
Nothing held back. Dude,
we should just say fuck it and buy it.
Again, the appeal to credibility is just so dumb. Like, I'm a millionaire. Did I tell you I'm a millionaire? Did I tell you I'm an ex-lead? Did I tell you that I've done this? What? It's just like, dude, people should like you for who you are at some point. It's not just about your prerequisites. Like, you can be a good person working at Walmart.
Right.
You don't have to be a millionaire who, like, I just thought, I was like, dude, shot and kicker is the fact that after this whole video of him blasting consumerism and YouTubers, he's like, do you want to watch my YouTube?